Welcome to the Art of Braids. I am your host, Karyne, and today is a solo episode. And this episode is about the business of beauty, what they don't teach you in cosmetology school. Okay? So as I went to school, I thought I was going to learn all the things. I wanted to learn about all the braids. I wanted to learn about all the color and cuts and all the things beauty, right? Until I realized at the end of my hours, my accumulated hours, there's a lot that I did not learn. Had I not already went into the school with some knowledge in learning how to braid, knowing how to braid, I would not have learned that. Like box braids per se, did not learn that in school. I already had that skill. And I feel like nowadays or back then, when a lot of people went into cosmetology or went to beauty school, it's usually someone who already, I guess, had those skills. I guess like if someone likes to dance or is really good dancing, they go to a dancing school, but you're supposed to perfect that craft, right? And so in the cosmetology school or beauty school, we didn't get that. We got when I learned how to blow dry, it was through one of my friends who was Dominican. And she knew how to blow dry. And I said, hey, let's exchange. I'll teach you how to braid and you teach me how to blow dry. So it's a lot of bartering in beauty school. What we also didn't learn is financial literacy, how to price ourselves correctly, customer service, how to interact with clients, how to deal with an irate client, how to deal with advertising, marketing your business, or actually seeing your hairstyling or anything like that as a business, like how to turn our brand into a business. We learned about working in a salon or, working with a booth, but there was no guidance in actually turning this into a career. And what does that look like? Like what investments you should go into. I mean, you take out a loan to actually have a cosmetology license. Some people are lucky and they go to programs where you don't have to pay for your cosmetology license, but there's a lot of hours that go into the license, but you learn how to put a roller in the person's head. You learn a little bit about nails, but you don't learn the in-depth of like the cuticles and how to apply um fake nails, just like you just don't learn that. You don't learn it. And as braiders, there's a lot you do not learn. Like you learn to go braid for someone, you learn to braid for this weave install or anything like that. But as far as you on the business side, you do not learn. And I think we should very much advocate for financial literacy courses embedded into our cosmetology or any beauty professionals. I'm pretty sure barbers and things like that do not have a system in place that they like, oh, this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a professional. Um these are the outfits you should wear. This is what is good for your hands if you work with your hands a lot. Like these are some exercises, these are some stretches that can prevent certain things or ailments like arthritis, carpal tunnel, all of those things. Like these things, they do not teach you in cosmetology school. You would just have to kind of like figure that out on your own, or as you go. And so I learned a lot. I'm not going to say I haven't learned a lot in cosmetology school, and it did give me the credentials, but real life experiences and real life how to take care of myself or real life how to set healthy like hours and things like that. No. And so for you listening, it is truly um it would benefit you to go and find ways to incorporate, like go to banks. And I'm gonna give you like Chase has programs, as well as Capital One. They have programs that you can learn about how to have healthier relationships with money, and not to live client to client. Um, and then also how to set a budget. Budget. I said the B word. And so, and then also when it comes to learning how to put a melody or harmony to your work life balance, like it is very important to know your time schedule. Like Sundays are not for work. I know it's the weekend and most people do get their hair braided on a Sunday or Saturday and things like that, but find a day that you just do not work. Also, the hours, like if a client, like if you have Calendly, they can set the appointments through there, they can set them through a booking app. Um, if you don't want to give out your personal phone numbers, please ahead of time let people know my personal number is not something that you should give out. Probably give out my email. And so they don't, what you don't know in cosmetology school, that these are things that you should put in place, and these are the best business practices with avoiding burnout, um, or also showing your worth. Like when you take yourself seriously, like if you go to a business establishment, what they're going to say, um, the hours of operation are 9 to 5, or Tuesday to Friday, 2 Thursdays to Saturday, or something like that. Like you will see the difference. Like you will see how professional that is. Where someone says, "Oh, hey, can I last minute at 12 o'clock midnight?" You hit them up the next morning. Because you have to train people on how to respect you and cut it off. We'd be like, hey, thank you so much. I was away. Or set a reminder on your calendar. Like, hey, I am away from the office. We'll be back Monday. We'll be back Tuesday. Start to get your clients comfortable with your work hours. Like, hey, if you need to contact me, this is these are the time frames from this time to this time where you can get in contact with me. Outside of that, you're gonna have to wait until I'm available again. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like your life is not, once you're outside of the chair, um, unless you're on call, but even in then, you set clear boundaries and you set clear, like, hey, these are the times. But you have to be communicative. Like you really have to communicate that to your clients, because it's going to establish your worth, that you know your worth, and it keeps you sane. Okay, so that's it. Those are some things that you do not learn at beauty school. They do not teach you that. You learn on your own, but I'm telling you here. Have a good one. Thank you so much. And listen up. There's going to be a great new episode coming up, and you won't want to miss it. We have an amazing celebrity hairstylist. There's like a hint, hairstylist to the stars. For those of you who know, you know. That's all I got to say. Till next time, it's been a blessing. See you later.